So yeah, this is just another practice video, seeing how background sound works, trying to get some lighting. This is very much not juggling, and I'm aware that it's very much not juggling. Like juggling would be like this, but good. This is more of a hand-eye coordination exercise that I'm trying to get good at. Essentially, I would like this to be something that I just can't fuck up. Historically, I've not been very good at anything resembling hand-eye coordination, in particular catching a ball. One of the things you saw just there is that my movements get quite erratic sometimes. I think the habit I've got very much into is essentially like dynamic correction, where I've never really got good at not fucking up physical movements. Instead, I got good at correcting fuck-ups when they happen. Sorry, I'm British, I swear a lot. And that's still what I'm doing here. And that's still, I think, one of the differences between this and juggling. That was an okay throw, actually. Is that I should be able to, yeah. I'm not embarrassed about dropping it, like everyone drops the balls when juggling. It's just, sometimes you're bad at things, and sometimes it's okay to be bad at things. Sometimes it's worth practicing. This is me practicing, and the thing I've got into recently is recording me practicing stuff as a way of debugging it. And oddly, talking while I do this is kind of helpful. It's a thing that I learned in my very, very limited Alexander Technique classes, which would have been much more extensive, but unfortunately I started them at the beginning of 2020, and things happened in 2020. And yeah, one of the things that impressed me most at the beginning of this class was in about 30 seconds of intervention, my teacher got me from not being able to throw and catch a ball to playing a perfectly good game of catch. And I'm very aware that this is the thing that you're supposed to treat as an achievement when you're 5, not when you're 36, as I was then. But in many ways, it feels like more of an achievement at 35, 36 rather, because at that point you have 36 years of evidence that you can't do it. I'm entirely aware of the irony of me constantly dropping the ball while talking about how I learned to catch a ball, but I don't care. But yes, anyway, as I was saying, one of the things that was helpful that he did there was essentially to hold a conversation with me while playing. It's the theory, I think, is that essentially the thinky verbal bits of your brain are not the bits of your brain that are good at catching a ball. And so it's worth just distracting them a little bit. If you get very attached to the idea that you're supposed to throw and catch a ball, and you sort of try to think really hard about what you're doing with it, then you are more likely to get it wrong. Whereas if you're just sort of let the bits of your brain that are designed for ball catching do their thing while holding a conversation, suddenly you're a lot better at it. Although, as we were saying, not precisely good at it. I have no idea to what degree this actually even shows up properly on the screen. That's weirdly harder than snatching a ball out of the air. Let's see. One of the things that's sort of good about this exercise, and I'm aware this is, again, the sort of thing that's supposed to be good about this exercise at age 5 rather than age, how old am I? Old enough? That's a hard question to answer. Technically not yet 38. Give me another week and that answer changes. But yeah, what I was saying is there's just endless variations on this exercise, and it feels like there should be a single hand-eye coordination skill. And probably there is, but... So I think what's going wrong there is that the ball is going forward. But no, so, yeah. So like ideally the thing I would be able to do here is essentially have it move in a single sort of vertical motion up and down, and I'm not doing that. I think I did it there, but also clearly not quite. Like, what happened there was, went up, and then I tried not to move my hand, and it got on like the meat of my hand here. Yes, that was me dropping the ball for no good reason at all. I have no idea if anyone's watching this, by the way. It's really something I'm recording for me. I haven't even fully decided if I'm going to upload it to YouTube. I probably will. It's like one of the things it's nice to be comfortable with is just being really bad at things in public. And it's not an entirely safe thing to do. Like, there are plenty of people on the internet who will give me a hard time for that. And it's half expecting a viral David dropping the ball repeatedly meme to go up. I'd have to create it myself if no one else does the work. But yeah, it's. I'm not sure where I was going with that. Anyway, so like I was sort of saying, endless variations on the exercise. And as soon as you find one thing you've more or less got down, like a small switching it up will, it's interesting. Finding it easier with my left hand. There's a sort of long-running theory that I'm naturally left-handed and just nobody noticed. And it's hard for me to really tell because like some things are easier with my left hand, some things are easier with my right hand, and some of that is just going to be training, some of that is going to be natural handedness. So yeah, I don't know. There's the back and forth version. Yeah, I don't really have a conclusion to this. This is just me fucking around with the ball and talking at you and dropping it a lot, and that's fine. I think on that note, I'm going to call it a day.